Alright guys, one of the biggest special events of this season is right about to arrive to Asphalt Legends, and that's no more and no less than the Black Friday Spotlight event, with the main car being no other than the Koenigsegg CC850, which once was the source of quite a lot of controversy, and these days it's just another car that every now and then gets featured on a special event. But anyways, let's dive straight into today's topic before I get distracted again, shall we? Okay, so first of all, I will be having a look into the entire Spotlight lineup overall performance, so you all guys can prioritize which cars to go for. Obviously, the cars to go for might vary from one player to the other, but in general, it's not bad to have an idea about how a specific car performs. That's why I will have a look into all of them. A quite oddly detail included within this specific spotlight is the fact that we are seeing an entire key cars lineup being featured, which is something I have never seen before, as far as I'm aware. This basically means that some of the keys are definitely being featured within the Spotlight event, which let's remember will be structured as a special event, since this time it has a Spotlight Pass. Talking about the Spotlight Pass, it will include the keys of both the Ferrari 296 and the Koenigsegg CC850, meaning that the keys for the Rimac Nevera Time Attack, as well as the Mercedes Vision 111 and the Lamborghini Temerario, will likely be featured within the Spotlight event itself. If I have to bet, I would go on and say that all of those car keys will obviously be locked behind a max stars requirement, as usual, so expect that guys, as it's the most likely scenario. The Spotlight store refills will be around 4 per day, I guess, with the usual tokens cost progression. This is 250, 500, 750, and so on. But now let's get straight into each one of these cars' performance in order to find out which ones you should try and go for, since the length of this Spotlight is basically 14 days, and you will have to prioritize some cars over others, since it will be impossible to max them all. First of all, we start with the Ferrari 296, and guys, I have to be completely honest with you all, this one right here is a car you should definitely skip. Sure thing, it's an Elite C-Class car, but you won't get that many tokens by having it anyways, and the performance itself is completely ruined by a catastrophically bad drift radius, which doesn't make this car fun to drive whatsoever. The top speed is not that bad and the nitro duration is alright, but that won't change my opinion on this car, which is no more and no less than a collection item meant to collect dust on my garage, and that's about it. Luckily, right after this one we have a car that is definitely better than the one I have just mentioned, and I'm talking about the Lamborghini Temerario. It was released a long time ago, and despite its performance is not bad, I would never put this car into the same category as other legendary B-Class cars like the McLaren F1 LM. The Temerario has a great nitro efficiency and acceleration, credit given where credit is due, but the top speed is a minor drawback, and the drift radius is not that bad, but I don't know man, it feels average, since it's not floaty, you know, not a bad car by any chance, a quite well-rounded one, matter of fact, which, well, coincidentally happens to be placed within the Elite B-Class cars, meaning that just by owning it, you will have some tokens guaranteed for you. Then we have another Elite car, this time from A-Class, and I'm talking no more and no less than about the Mercedes-Benz Vision 111. And you know, this one got something that made me like it quite a bit. This car acceleration is just at the very limit where you would say it's enough to compete. Not massive, not bad, just right there, competitive. The nitro efficiency is quite great on this one, I have to be real with you all, and the top speed is solid as well, so you could truly say that this Mercedes-Benz Vision 111 just happens to be a really solid car with just not insane acceleration. The drift radius is good, could be a tad bit sharper, but it's alright, and the handling is also quite good, so I might just have to admit that this Mercedes is a really good car you could go for. Unfortunately, we only have 14 days to gather as many blueprints and epic import parts for these cars as we possibly can. So it's time to have a look into the last two S-Class cars this Black Friday Spotlight has to offer. Beginning with the Rimac Nevera Time Attack, you should definitely not confuse it with the significantly more solid and well-rounded Rimac Nevera, the original one, because as it happens more often than we want to admit, second parts have never been good, and the Rimac Nevera Time Attack is no exception to this rule. It has an absolutely crazy acceleration, which to some people would make this car look as if it was better than the old Nevera. However, the drift radius of this Rimac Nevera Time Attack is just really bad, like For real, it's white, the car feels like way too close to the floor, it's not a nice sensation at all. The nitro efficiency is not good either, feels quite weak for a car like this one, and the top speed is almost 20 km per hour slower than the OG Rimac Nevera. Let's get real guys, this Rimac Nevera time attack was great for some acceleration based tracks on Gauntlet, but with the release of the Evo Ferrari SF90, it was basically obliterated. It had a special hand as well in the past, so some of you guys might even have some blueprints from this car as well. Still, I would not recommend this Rimac Nevera time attack as your main focus for this spotlight. That spot should definitely go to the Koenigsegg CC850. I just find the Koenigsegg significantly more useful across all modes of multiplayer compared to the Rimac Nevera. Huge top speed, insane floating capabilities, alrightish nitro considering how it's fairly high in terms of rank within the S-Class, and in general a fairly solid performance. This car already appeared in the past as the main dish of the Discord mods special event, and also in a couple of Drive Syndicate events, including its own. I will always say that this Koenigsegg top speed should have been slightly improved, since going at 503 km per hour with nitro and once you fully gold max the car is not that crazy, at least if you compare it to how quickly other cars are on this one gain speed back thanks to the drift acceleration, which is a feature this Koenigsegg doesn't have. Still, it's the best car you can go for from this spotlight event unless you already have it maxed out. In that case, I guess you could try and max the Nevera, and if by any chance you have that one as well, then the Mercedes-Benz 111 is your best choice. I know it might be a huge sacrifice, but honestly, if you are missing the Koenigsegg, I will get the Spotlight Pass and I will make sure to get all the 16 epic import parts, even if you don't manage to 6 stars the car, just for the future, As one of the most tricky Spotlight events I have ever seen, mostly because of the fact that all the cars require a key to be unlocked, meaning that no wildcards can be used, and despite I wasn't expecting a Spotlight during this season, I have to admit that this Black Friday Spotlight event is arguably a quite interesting opportunity to gather some resources for the future, either if you are looking to unlock these cars now or in the future. It's definitely not that friendly towards free-to-play players this time, but I guess we can only wait and see what the next season brings to us. Now it's your turn guys, what do you think about this Black Friday Spotlight event? Will you try to go for any of these cars? Make sure to let me know in the comment section, drop your massive like, and I will see you really soon as usual with much more Asphalt content. Goodbye guys.